Babe Ruth and the live ball era brought many fans back to MLB when the 1919 Black Sox scandal almost ruined MLB for everybody out there and the game that many loved. However, the live ball era didn't last too long, and soon the US joined the war and the wartime era started. Today, we will be looking at the Wartime and Integration Era best four pitchers ever that lasted from 1942 to 1960. This period brought many MLB players overseas, leaving their prime seasons behind. Jackie Robinson eventually entered the league, opening up a whole new opportunity for non-white players, and MLB finally standardized the height of the mound to 15 inches for every team during the era. I'm Nick Dwyer with the 10th inning, and today we will be looking at the top four pitchers of the wartime and integration era. Starting with number 4, we have Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford pitched in 1950, then from 1953 to 1960 with the New York Yankees. Posting a 28.3 WAR, Ford went 133 and 59 with a 2.7 ERA, 237 games started in the era, 102 complete games, 28 shutouts, 1,754 in the third innings pitched, 1,000 strikeouts, 729 walks, a 1.253 whip, a 3.46 FIP, a 1.37 strikeout to walk ratio, a 137 ERA plus. Whitey Ford tends to get overlooked due to the great teams he was on with the Yankees, but Ford was the ace of them that helped a dynasty remain a dynasty. Joining the Yankees in 1950, Ford went 9-1 with a 2.81 ERA, and that was where his career stalled, joining the Korean War effort, missing the 1951 and 1952 seasons. When he returned in 1953, he was just as good, winning 18 games with a 3.0 ERA, followed by 16 wins and a 2.82 ERA in 1954. Ford then led the league with 18 wins in 1955 while posting a 2.63 ERA. Ford was only getting stronger, and in 1956 he led the league with a 2.47 ERA, earning 19 victories. Not a power pitcher by nature, Ford had a good mix of pitches that allowed him to become the best pitcher on the team and maybe one of the best in the AL. 1957 saw limited games for Ford, winning 11 games and 17 starts to go with a 2.57 ERA before posting one of his best seasons in 1958. Leading the lead with a 2.01 ERA, Ford added 14 victories to go with a leading 177 ERA plus. After a great 1959, Ford posted 16 and 12 wins in 1959 and 1960 to go with a 3.04 ERA and 3.08 ERA in those seasons. Though maybe not the most dominant pitcher, Ford was a consistent force for the most dominant team of the decade, which helped him earn one of the best of the era, ranking number 4. Going to number 3, we have Robin Roberts of the Philadelphia Phillies, pitching from 1948 to 1960. Roberts compiled a 70.7 WAR, a 233 and 189 record, a 3.38 ERA, 454 games started, 270 of which were complete games, 35 shutouts, 3,622 in the third innings, 1,817 strikeouts, 695 walks, a 1.160 whip, a 3.46 FIP, a 2.61 strikeout to walk ratio, and a 116 ERA plus. Joining the Phillies during the 1948 season, Roberts didn't appear to be anything special other than a good arm in the rotation. A 3.19 ERA in his first season was followed by a 3.69 ERA in his second season. Roberts showed promise, but it wasn't until 1950 that he really started to shine. Winning 20 games to go with a 3.02 ERA, Roberts made his first All-Star team and immediately made the jump to Phillies ace. 1950 also started the streak of him winning at least 20 games a season, which lasted through the 1955 season. During those years, Roberts had 21 wins in 51, then led the league in wins the next 4 seasons with 28 and 52, and then 23 in 53, 54, and 55. Though the ERA only dipped to a low of 2.59, Roberts was easily at the top of his game and made an argument with Warren Spahn for the best pitcher in the National League. Not a strikeout pitcher by nature, Roberts led the lead with 198 and then 185 during the 1953 and 1954 seasons. In 1952, Roberts finished second in MVP voting, the closest he'd ever come to winning an award. After a great 6-year stretch, Roberts then led the lead with losses with 18 and 22 during the 1956 and 1957 seasons. During that time, Roberts' ERA spiked to 4.45 and 4.07 before showing one last flash of greatness during the 1958 season. Going 17 and 14 with a 3.24 ERA, this was Roberts' last true good run in the era and his career. Roberts, though not necessarily the biggest strikeout guy, was more of a modern product when it came to limiting walks, routinely staying in the threes for his strikeout to walk ratio. Though Roberts was extremely good during his prime run, it was short-lived, and other pitchers in the era were better overall, with longer stretches of prime. But Roberts was no doubt a legend, and Phillies legend in his own right, earning him the third best pitcher of the era. Going to number 2, it's a bit of an interesting one when looking at MLB history. We have Hal Newhouser. Hal Newhouser pitched from 1942 to 1955, posting a 57.7 WAR, 189 and 129 record, a 2.85 ERA in 326 games started, throwing complete games in 199 of them, 32 shutouts, in 2,681 and 2/3 innings, 1,597 strikeouts, 1,032 walks, a 1.263 WHIP, a 3.13 FIP, a 1.55 strikeout to walk ratio, a 137 ERA plus, and a 2-time MVP winner. Signing with his hometown Tigers right before the Indians offered him a contract, Hal Newhouser joined the Tigers during the 1939 season, but it was not until the wartime started that he really started to take off. The 1942 and 1943 seasons saw Newhouser win 8 games a season each, posting a 2.45 and 3.04 ERA during those years. A good start, it was not until 1944 that Newhouser exploded, winning a lead in 29 games to go with 2.22 ERA. A great season was met by an even greater season in 1945, earning a lead in 25 wins, 1.81 ERA, and 212 strikeouts to win the pitching Triple Crown. These 2 years both saw MVP awards given to Newhouser, and suddenly, Newhouser was among the best pitchers in the game. The problem was, many players were away involved in the war effort, so a question arose of how good was Newhouser really? Wanting to join the war effort, a heart murmur made Newhouser ineligible to join the war effort. That's why he was in MLB all of those seasons. So all he could do is continue to pitch no matter what competition he faced. 1946 would be the first real test for him, with players returning to the big leagues after the war, and Newhouser answered the question of how good he was. A lead in 26 wins, 1.94 ERA came during the season, and he narrowly missed out on 3 straight MVPs. 2 more strong seasons came in 1947. Though Newhouser led the league in losses with 17, he posted a 2.87 ERA. He bounced back strong in 1948, leading the lead with wins with 21 and posting a 3.01 ERA, but that's when arm trouble started for him. From 1944 to 1948, there's an argument that Newhouser was the best pitcher in the game, but his run at the top was so short due to his arm troubles that while one of the best of the era, he will only be one of the best and not the best. He won't even be the best lefty. That has to go to our number 1 spot in Warren Spahn. Warren Spahn pitched in 1942, went to war, then came back from the 1946 to 1960 seasons. In the era, he posted an 80.3 WAR, a 288 and 182 record, a 2.99 ERA in 509 games started, throwing complete games in 305 of them with 51 shutouts, 4,080 and 2/3 innings, 2,080 strikeouts, 1,158 walks, a 1.188 WHIP, a 3.36 FIP, a 1.8 strikeout to walk ratio, a 123 ERA plus, and 1 Cy Young Award during this time frame. Joining the Braves as a 21-year-old in 1942, Spahn did not get off to the best start, and in 4 games he recorded a 5.74 ERA. He was then sent back to the minors to finish off the season after refusing to hit Pee Wee Reese in an exhibition game. That's where his career took a hiatus and he joined the wartime effort. Joining the Army, Spahn was eventually awarded a Purple Heart and made his return to the big leagues in 1946. Now, 25 years old, Spahn went 8-5 with a 2.94 ERA in his return, before leading the league with a 2.33 ERA in 1947 to go with 21 wins. 1948 saw a bit of a downfall before Spahn led the league in wins with 21 in both 1949 and 1950. Another 20-win season came in 1951 with 22. His ERA over this time frame was very good, posting a 3.07 ERA in 1949, 3.16 in 1950, and 2.98 in 1951. Another 2.98 ERA came in 1952, though a losing record came along with it. Though a losing record came, Spahn was easily one of the, if not the best pitchers in the game, and in 1953 he showed it, leading the lead with 23 wins and a 2.1 ERA to go with a league best 1.058 WHIP. No doubt the best season of Spahn's career thus far. He then won 21 games in 1954 with a 3.14 ERA. The ERA slipped even further during the 1955 season at 3.26, and Spahn's greatness looked like it could be ending. But then a great stretch came, winning 20 or more games from 1956 through the end of the era in 1960. Spahn had 20 wins with a 2.78 in 1956 before leading the lead with 21, 22, 21, and 21 wins in 1957, 58, 59, and 1960. ERAs of 2.69, 3.07, 2.96, and 3.5 came during those seasons, and in his late 30s, Spahn looked just as strong as ever, winning his only Cy Young Award in 1957, the second season of its existence. Spahn was great right after the war and ended the era as strong as he returned to it, becoming one of the best pitchers of the era due to it, as well as one of the best, if not the best, left-hander to ever do it. So there you have it. Those are our top 4 pitchers of the wartime and integration era. Did I get it right? Did I miss anybody? Let me know down in the comment section, and thank you all for listening.